Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Unconventional Attorney Podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Small, and I am the Unconventional Attorney. What's up everybody? Hopefully you're having a great day, great week, great month, great everything. I certainly am. Things are going great. Law firm is cruising along. Have a couple of you law firm owners out there that have decided to take me up on the opportunity to have me help you with your content creation and distribution strategy. Not even going to say anything more about that because you can't even get in right now. What I am going to tell you though is that if you have not subscribed to the world's greatest law firm owner newsletter, you're missing out. Subscribe. Every Sunday, you're going to get a newsletter from me with some of the latest things that I've been thinking about, talking about, working on, learning about, and it's free and it's amazing. If you want to get that, go to theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Put your name and your email address in, and on Sunday, at some point in time, I will send it to you. Technically, yesterday's email, because this is Monday, went out at like 12:30 at night, a.m., so Monday morning. So technically, it came out early Monday, but nevertheless, I was still awake, so it counts, right? I think it does. But what do we talk about there? We talk about a bunch of different things. We talk about marketing, advertising, sales, lifestyle design, productivity. But then we also talk about this other woo-woo stuff that's actually the most important thing to you having a successful law firm, which is passion, purpose, power, production, core 4, from a gentleman I didn't make that up. A gentleman named Sean Whalen made it up. I've sort of adopted it. Oh, also bumpers, created by a young man named Nick Peterson. Cool dude. But anyway, you're going to hear it from me and the things that I'm working on and the thoughts that I'm having and the things that are working for me. So again, theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Go get it. Don't wait. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. But you're going to like it. Okay? Let's see. Today, I wanted to treat you to a discussion about something that is near and dear to me, near and dear to you, near and dear to every business owner, and that is our fees. I was honored to be asked to go and speak at the Washington State Bar Association solo and small firm annual meeting about this topic. There were some great questions asked, and as you might guess, I have some very specific thoughts about this because all of you are billing by the hour and you're a bunch of idiots. You're not idiots. You're just digging a hole that you're not going to be able to get out of if you're not careful. So I want to talk about that today, give you some thoughts about fee agreements for you to ponder, to maybe start to implement so that you can change the way that your business runs, so that you can take a vacation, so that you can actually get paid for the value of your expertise, and so that you can have a good life. Who doesn't want a good life? You do. I know you do. All right. So let's just start at the top. There are a couple of reasons why the billable hour is terrible. And what I want you to do, though, before we get into this, is I want you to have an open mind. Do not turn this podcast off yet until you listen. I may give you an idea that can change the course of your business, unchain you from your desk in the billable hour, and allow you to literally live a life that you love. Okay? So the most significant impact that the billable hour has on one's business is the direct, direct anti-correlation, I don't even know what to call this, inverse correlation between the level of expertise you have and the amount of time it actually takes you to get something done. As we know, typically in the world, the better you get at things, the faster you are able to do them. The better you get at the law, the faster you are able to spot issues. The faster you are able to sometimes leverage your connections or leverage your strategies to get better results. When that happens and you are billing by the hour, you lose money, you make less money by providing more value. When you are a young attorney and you have no idea what you're doing and it takes you forever to do everything, you actually will make more money on a case. If you're not required to discount your fees because clients are always grumbling to you about the billable hours that you are submitting. Okay, I know this feeling specifically. I have a bookkeeper that bills me by the hour, and I'm like, what is the deal? I feel like I'm getting robbed, and I think your clients feel the same way. So if you utilize strategies that are not tied to the billable hour, you are able to actually utilize your expertise, get the results that you want, do the things that you need to do, and make really great money. People are willing to pay you to not work a lot if you get them the results that they want. And this is a results-based business, right? People are not hiring you to waste time on their matter and get them nothing. They want things. They want outcomes. Just give them to that. Give them those things and get paid for it. That's the first thing. That's the first reason. As your time increases, as your expertise increases, your time decreases and your income decreases. The second reason I don't like the billable hour is because it automatically sets you up to have a confrontational relationship with your client. Every time you call them, they're going to be wondering if you actually needed to make that call. Every time you do a bit of research, they're going to be wondering if you actually needed to do that research. Every time they see that it took you 4 hours to work on and submit a brief, they're going to wonder if it actually took you 4 hours or if it really you could have done it in 3. When they have questions for you, when they have important information potentially to share with you, but they don't know if it's important because they're not attorneys, they don't know how to evaluate the information that they have, they may hesitate to call you. They may not provide you with that information because they know the moment you pick up the phone, you are going to be on the clock with them. This is the type of relationship that I don't want with my clients. My clients can call me as often as they want. They can email me as often as they want. They can come in and talk to me in person as often as they want. When they sign up, I give them a link and I say, anytime you want to talk to me, click this link and schedule a phone call. Schedule an in-person meeting. Send me an email whenever you want. I have systems and processes and things like that built up so that those calls are infrequent. And you should do the same. I have follow-up sequences that allow me to follow up with everybody without having to actually reach out to them myself. You should do the same. But billing by the hour doesn't allow you to do that. It does not allow you to set up and create these relationships where people are actually excited to talk to you, where they want your call. They want to know what's going on. They want to hear from you. They don't feel like they're getting taken advantage of every time you pick up the phone. Making sense? The third reason that the billable hour is terrible for you is that it literally chains you to your desk. If you are working on a billable hour model and you take a vacation, you are making no money. When I go on vacation, fee agreements are still being signed. People are still paying. Things are still getting done. Work is still happening. I could take a month's vacation, probably. I would have to do a phone call or two, maybe. That's my. If you want to know my weaknesses right now, I just need another person that can sign people up. I'm looking for that. If you're out there, if you're an attorney and you want to come to Seattle and make some money and do estate planning, message me. I'm 100% serious, by the way. But if you bill by the hour, you're chained to the desk. You can never leave because you're going to feel like every minute wasted is a minute of revenue wasted. It's just a bad state of mind to be in. So don't do that. Okay? Really consider the flat fee. Now, let's move on. Now that we've established, I've tried to establish at least, that hourly billing sucks. Let's talk about what we can do about it. If you're on a criminal defense, estate planning, probate, business, like formational kind of stuff, flat fees are pretty easy. You're doing the same thing most of the time. You know, I have these laser sessions with people in the sanctuary, and all the time we're having the same conversations. And in moments of weakness or moments of clarity, most people are willing to admit, most attorneys are willing to admit that the work that we do is not unique after you've seen enough cases. Like for estate planning, you know, we're often doing very, very similar things over and over and over again for different people. There are slight variations on that theme within someone's plan, but overall, we're doing the same thing. For that reason, we can become efficient. We can create systems. We can do all the fun things that make us profitable, allow us to provide a great service, and charge a flat fee. Now, if you are in family law, if you are in litigation, if you are in maybe in immigration, I don't know that much about immigration. That's what makes it difficult. PI, obviously, you're doing contingent fees, so you're not billing by the hour. If you're in those where you're in litigious situations, doing a flat fee is not rocket science. After you've done enough of them, you have an idea. Oh, by the way, quick break in here real quick. When you're setting your flat fee, do not anticipate how many hours it's going to take you to do the work and then multiply that by your hourly rate and set that as your fee. We're trying to work away from the idea that your time is precious. If your time is precious, you are a commodity. Somebody that comes in that's cheaper than you is going to beat you every single time. So don't do that. Your value to your clients is you, your experience, your expertise, potentially your connections, your ability to spot problems. That's where the value lies. So set your fee based on the value that you're providing. Somebody comes to you with $1 million problem, they'll probably pay you $25,000 to solve that problem, right? That's 2.5%, right? I think. If someone is coming to you with a $1,000 problem, they're probably not going to pay you $25,000 for that. They might pay you $200 because the value is lower. It's your job to convince or demonstrate your value to your potential clients, so they will pay you. But it is not based on how many hours it's going to take you to do the job. So don't set your fees that way. The same goes for litigation. If people are coming to you and they have a very, very significant problem, charge them a very, very significant price, a flat fee. If you're worried about doing it the whole way, which makes sense because litigation can be diverse in its paths, right? Not in what you're doing. When you take a path, you know, great, we got to do summary judgment motion over here. Boom. We know what that takes. Charge according to the path the case takes. You can lay out a fee structure at the beginning. If we go to summary judgment, it's going to be $10,000, right? When we do depositions, it's going to be $10,000, or it's going to be $1,000 per deposition, whatever that means, right? Don't be worried about losing money because the case takes a long time. Right? Worry about losing money if you misdiagnose the value every time. That's going to be your biggest problem. Sometimes cases are going to take more time. Sometimes you have needy clients. I have some people that want to talk to me all the time. Same price as the people that talk to me never, because it all balances out. By the way, if you're at home, or if you're watching, on the video, you can see my Mickey Mouse hat is right behind, my Disneyland Paris hat is right behind me. I've been trying to sort of subtly move around so it looks like the hat is on top of my head. Anyway, I digress. So the point is, I'm going to scooch over because now I'm thinking about it too much. The point of this is to set your fees based on value. If you are doing litigation, set them a la carte. I always tell people too, if you're setting fees based on litigation, don't include a trial fee at the beginning because most of your cases are not going to go to trial. Why scare people away from signing up with you because they think they're going to have to pay you $25,000 when in reality it's going to cost $10,000 because the $15,000 that you need for trial probably isn't coming. If you have to go to trial, get the $15,000. Otherwise, get the $10,000. You have way more people sign up when they hear $10,000 than when they hear $25,000. And don't tell them it's going to cost $15,000 at trial. Just tell them, hey, we're going to talk about it. And there's a reason for that. Because when you're billing based on value, the exploration of the case is going to demonstrate what it's going to take and what's at stake in the case. So what you thought might be a $15,000 trial could end up being a $50,000 trial under the right circumstances, and it could end up being a $5,000 trial in other circumstances. Say you have one witness, right? Versus 20. Versus $1 million problem versus a $10,000 problem. Same thing. All right. I think that's it for fees. It's pretty straightforward. My suggestion to you is to try to pick out every fourth case and float to the client the idea of a flat fee. See what happens. I think you'll be surprised when they sign up. I think you'll be surprised when you do the work and you see how much money you make. And I think you'll be surprised, this may be the biggest surprise, at the relationship that you actually create with your clients. It goes from being confrontational to being symbiotic like that in no time. Because now they feel like you're on their side. They're not worried about you taking advantage of them. So really, really consider that. You want to live a good life, a life where clients like you, where you enjoy going to work, consider changing to a flat fee model. All right, that is it. I'm Christopher Small. I'm the unconventional attorney. If you like this podcast or video or whatever, and you have not subscribed or left a review, please do so. It'd be nice. If you're not getting the newsletter, don't miss out on that. theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. What else do I got to say? That's it. Hopefully this helped you guys. If you have other questions or things you want to talk about, please let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you again Thursday. See ya.